You could ask my patients, they probably don't even know my name. It's been Dr. G for a while, but I remember the very first day that I started. You come out of school and you're all fired up about being a doctor, and had the front office girl call me Dr. Gubernick. And that's my real last name, believe it or not. There's been a few passions in my life. Sports, I love sports, whether it be football, basketball, whatever. I've always been just attracted to sports. Second of all, I think I've always had a love for the ocean. I grew up surfing, I love surfing. And then the third thing, I just always had a passion for people. I just find people interesting. I love to help in any way I can. So I ran into somebody who was actually a chiropractor. I didn't have any idea what it was or what they did or anything about it. And he started to explain to me that, you help people and you're a doctor, but you don't deal with medicine, you don't deal with surgery, and you don't give stitches. And I was like, man, this kind of sounds pretty cool. So I started to investigate a little bit, and at a young age, I decided that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to help people. I could, maybe kind of specialize in a sports type of, a specialty of some sort in sports. I was out in the water, and one of the kids that used to snake me all the time in Newport, Cordell Miller, came up to me and asked me what I was doing at that time, and I said, that's funny you should ask that. I'm a chiropractor, I'm working in Costa Mesa. And he said, hey, I don't have any insurance and I don't have enough money, but I shape. Would you mind trading services for board? So I thought, hey, this is a pretty good idea. So I started treating Cordell Miller, and he was my very first surfer, my very first athlete, I would say, that I actually started treating. And then that just started leading into the whole surf industry, and I started to realize that a lot of the guys that I treated were team managers at the time, and so I started treating some of those team managers, and found out that some of the guys that I surfed with were like Paul Gomez, and he was working at Billabong, and Robbie Todd, he was working at Quicksilver, and Darren Brillhart, he was at Rusty. And I went, whoa, this could maybe be a business opportunity. So I went up to those guys and said, hey, I'd like to treat some of your athletes, and I know some of them might not be able to afford it, but right now, and at the time I was in my practice, I thought it would be a good marketing thing. So long story short, I started treating a bunch of surfers, and that's when the whole thing started to roll. I started treating surfers, and then the surfers led into skateboarding, and then that industry is really small. Skateboarding ended into snowboarding, and then found out that a couple of my surfers knew some guys in moto. Garth Tarlow, he was a team manager and knew Tim Ferry, and he was a motocross guy. And then the ball started rolling. Once you start treating one industry, it's a real small one. And then, I kind of started getting that niche in the action sports where Dr. G was the guy to go to. And I love the challenge. I love the opportunity to, hey, no one else could maybe do this, maybe I can. And I love that challenge. I think it's what makes me who I am. I think these athletes feel confident that I have the ability to get them ready for the next race, and there's not too many people who feel that confident to do so, and maybe that's why they come here.